audio for stream.
Okay, how about now? Sorry about that. I'm always toggling OBS for recording footage for like the trailers and stuff. Oh, that's another thing that's happening tomorrow. We have another video going up that explains a bit about the
So much
game.
content.
So much content, endless content.
So much.
Yes, OBS. Sorry, that's my V. I need to have the channel up so I can also see chat.
This looping GIF of you is insane, but also great.
I can't get it to.
It's one of our most prized possessions.
Yeah, it's deep in our brand of shit posting. No, but is anyone getting emotional because of release tomorrow? I certainly am.
So many emotions.
It's hard to not be, right?
I know, it's been so long. It's a very long journey. Arcane
Have you ever?
James, welcome.
Do you remember
welcome.
that like old meme video of the girl singing about how much she like loves cats?
No.
Oh my god, it's so good. It's like she's like
Not up to
writing a
date.
thing for like she's doing like a video blog for like a parody for like a dating profile. And then she like goes into this like huge tangent about how much she like loves cats as part of like writing her dating profile, and it's hilarious. She's like, I'm nervous, I'm excited, and then she starts like crying, and that's how I feel. That was the long arc of that.
I don't totally know what that means.
Don't worry, I'll share it with you. It's important learning.
Okay,
Meme
thank you,
onboarding.
thank you. Why don't you just post it
I need
right
to
into
stay up
the
to date.
into the Miro?
It's really old actually, so it's like a vintage
Oh,
meme.
okay.
Aged like a fine wine, you know?
Even getting up to date means I'm still out of date.
I know.
That ends.
We'll catch up with 10-year-old meme knowledge. Oh boy. Oh yeah, we should do some re-intros just in case everyone doesn't know all of us. Steph, you want to start and we'll go left to right?
Sounds good. Hi, everybody. I'm Stephanie. If you don't know me, I'm the lead producer here at Treehouse. So I handle a lot of how we do playtests, what we're working on, and when we're working on it, how we get builds out to you. I'm handling a lot of our release stuff right now, and our awesome plans for the next year while we're releasing things over the early access period. So that's a lot of what I do. Mitch, do you want to introduce yourself?
Nice. Yes, my name is Mitch. I started out here as a concept artist, and I've art director and creative director. It's been a road. But yeah, I take care of a lot of the art direction, the creative direction. It's a lot of like the theme of the game and a lot of the, like how it looks, things like that. But yeah. How about you,
I'm
Michael?
Michael. I am one of the co-founders and the CEO for Treehouse. Nowadays, I think what that probably looks like is a lot of our messaging and posting and trying to shake every tree to get eyeballs on the game. So this is a pretty busy time, as you could probably imagine. But we wanted to do this stream because we are now just less than a day away from the game coming out. And we wanted one more chance to be able to talk with everybody directly about all the stuff going on because there's a lot. We can barely keep it straight, much less like how would everyone else know about this is when Twitch drops go live and blah blah blah. So we wanted to be able to talk about it directly. So first half of the stream is just going to be some sort of refresher on announcements. And then on the flip is sort of a little miniature AMA in terms of if you guys have any sort of like last questions going into launch, because you guys have probably all seen our Discord is popping right now. And there are a lot of questions coming up that are some new, some are like the same question over and over again because we got so many new faces coming in. So we wanted there to be a little room just to be like, hey, like we actually are close to launch. Like, oh, this never occurred to me. How's this going to work in the future? Like, what's going to go on over there? Like, what are you guys actually going to have in the game when it goes live? So we thought we'd hit like sort of a spread of us here to answer and ask any questions. Mitch, if you haven't seen some of our older streams, has informed a lot of like what this world is and how it looks and feels. So he's answered a lot of questions like that in the past. Steph probably has the most encyclopedic knowledge of every single thing we are doing as a team. And me on my end, I'm here to help answer any questions like, hey, can I post about this? Like, when's this going to go live? Because it's just logisticsville right now for us. But yeah, so that's how we're gonna do it. But first, I think there's so many first time chatters already. Kingpin, uh, Ilenora, and TGF Tavern, and Sir Rage Quitterson. Oh no. Welcome all to the channel. And Dracoji. Welcome. Oh my god, there's more first time chatters as I'm scrolling down. Twin Kiss, Eiffelkorn. That one's kind of funny. After Hours Broalition. I like that one. Welcome everybody. Okay, so first and foremost, OG Snoopy too. Oh, we have. Oh, is that follower notification? Am I missing? Someone help me out here. Docs. Twitch activity feed. Here we go. Yeah, we got a couple of new follows. Turox or Rage Quitterson, thank you so much. And Queen Sombra
Rage
subscribed.
Quitterson is such a funny name.
I know. OG Snoopy, Discord Devils, Majestic Carlin, Orbital Casting. Oh my god, this is so many followers. This is insane. Super SB, and a bunch of the folks who were just first time trying. Shrill Goblin Wildcat, a Lord Spirit. Oh my god, who are all these folks following? Even before the channel started, they wanted the notification before we got on stream. Thank you guys. The Chaotical. This is very timely because we're gonna have a couple more streams during the course of the week, and hopefully some of the timing will be like, oh, tomorrow's just gonna be like, yo guys, we're live. You know, people are gonna be playing the game, so we're gonna have a stream tomorrow that's gonna be pretty short and sweet. It's gonna be Steph and I just saying hello to everybody, thanking everybody as we're actually live. And if people have any questions popping up, being around and just letting people know, like, we're going to be around and here's how to reach us. And then on Thursday, we're going to have another stream, which is more of like a build and chill AMA. Now that people have had time to actually check out the game, we're going to have 3-4 members of our team just building and playing together and answering questions for a couple hours. Mercer Morrow asks a great question. Are you guys the devs of Voyagers of Nera? We sure are. We are 3 of 15, 16 devs on Voyagers of Nera. So we're all very excited for the game to be coming out. Oh my god, people are going ham right now.
I know. Blame me for
Oh
many
my god.
notifications.
Queen Sombra cheering with the bits. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I feel like this is the opposite of how it's supposed to work. We're supposed to be like watching your guys' streams and subscribing to you guys. But thank you guys so much. Shanae YL, Shanae, also with the cheer. Thank you so much. And even more followers from Mercer, from Kristen. Found your game when the free access version was, yeah, the demo. Awesome. This is really cool to see that the demo actually was showing off the game in its like real form. Uh, Aldark. Okay, I gotta keep moving. Morning Darkness, thank you for the subscription. You really don't have to do that. Thank you.
Hopping off of Borderlands just for Voyagers. That's fantastic.
No, that's a huge praise. I feel like that's the
Also been
where all the
playing it
hype
a
is
lot.
right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, definitely.
Inoki, thank you. Thank you so much for the bits. Okay, all right. So this is the first half of the stream. We're in announcements land really quick. Oh my god, more the sub notifications are actually getting backed up. I've only seen this on other people's streams. That's fascinating. Okay, first bit that's happening is we are now a nary 18 hours until our early access launch. Oh, this is a GIF. We're just 18 hours away. I couldn't figure out how to get a countdown
There it
timer
goes.
going.
There it
Also,
goes.
I feel like that's
I was
more
like, is it a gift?
stressful than hype. Yeah.
Yeah,
um,
there it goes.
thank you guys for the follow. Lazy Ollie and Kalina. I think I'm saying that right. And some more first chatters. DJ Big Russ. Oh, I recognize that name. And J J Ling 86. Welcome. Oh my god, more subscriptions flowing in. Okay. I got to make some forward progress. So, this is one of the most common questions that have come up over and over again, which is, hey, what's the price of the game gonna be? Well, we actually have two different ways to actually buy the game. The first is our early access. We do have regional pricing, so don't worry. It's not like it's a flat price. We are following a lot of regional pricing. We have a lot of recommendations. We've had a couple of regional like distribution partners help us out with that too. But the game's going to be $30 as a base price, but 20% off is our launch discount for 2 weeks. So now's a totally the time to get in. We wanted to be a little more aggressive about it, honestly, to try and punch through all of the noise going on because there's so many awesome launches coming out, but also because we're like, dude, like we've been playtesting for so long, like we kind of want to act on some of the momentum and hype that we've been building toward and trying to give people a little extra reason to buy now instead of waiting for later. So going a little more aggressive with the discount, and for people who really just want to support us, we have a founders pack as well. It's some These are purely cosmetic, so it's not like some unique gameplay, but it is a couple of very beautiful cosmetics that we've been working on for a little bit. We have a skimmer, a glider, and a cargo skiff that are all in this sort of like fine, intricate wood with like a magical filigree kind of style, on top of four sort of statues for the spirit companions themselves. Um, Couple of shiny things. For our creators who are part of our creator program, you also have received some of those keys. So you're helping us throw a show them off if you build them. um, so thank you guys for doing a free marketing on that side as well. Okay. So a couple of goodies there. So this is one of the most common questions. We've got a couple graphics for these. These are all in our latest Steam news posts. So if you guys are getting questions about this as well as you're streaming the game, we have a handy dandy article to point people at. Onward and upward, there's the question of how to help. That's tiny text, but the theme of this is how to help, because we have so many community folks who are just really fired up about how to help, which we are so glad for, because y'all, it's hard out there. There's so many big launches happening all the time. Like we've been talking about the Borderlands internally. We've been talking about some of the big launches later this week. We've been talking about Silksong pushing a gazillion indies right into our neighborhood. We thought we were so clever giving it a little extra space, and then now we're sandwiched between like indie darlings like Silksong and like Hades 2 and stuff. Which, if you guys are following on Twitter, it's just like everybody is affected by this. That's just game dev. But we will take all the help we can get. So there are a couple specific ways to help, and we're doing this internally on the team as well. Thank you, Lazy Ollie, for the sub as well. We got a sub. We have a hype train going. I don't even know what that means really from
I know
from
this
our
is
side.
wild. Also, yeah, I feel too old for this.
I know. It's just like I feel like we've been streaming for a while, and yet my understanding of how to actually do this is like still so low. Um, so the first thing that we're all trying to do as a team is shill relentlessly to all of our friends and family, being like, hey, what's up? It's been a while. Anyways, our game's coming out tomorrow. So if you could buy it, if you could play it, if you could put it in like our cousin's chat for me, if you could tell your friends, like my old high school friends chat, whatever, oh, hey, how's everybody been? Anyways, we have this game coming out right now. That would be super helpful. I am definitely annoying the living hell out of some people right now. And that's going to be what I'm doing for the rest of the week. So that's very, very helpful. That word of mouth, honestly, is huge. Like the difference, oh man, we've seen so many survival crafting games launch over this last like year or 18 months. And you can literally see where it like makes the burning torch of player to player sort of vouching of like abiotic is like the gold standard of this, the dream. uh
Oh my
oh
god, Lanuba!
oh my god. uh
Wow, that
Biscuits,
was
thank you
crazy.
for the bits. Lanuba, thank you for the gift subs. Wow, thank you guys. This really is the opposite of how it should work. And also, for all the folks who've subscribed, ironically, this is the first revenue we're making as a company. How funny is that? We don't really even know how that works. So maybe we'll get a check from Twitch at some point. I don't really know. But thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for all the folks who just got a sub. Please send Lanuba your love. Lanuba is part of our creator program as well. I think just yesterday, Cheery and I were going through all the channels to make sure everyone's got their Twitch rewards set up, which is something I'm going to mention just shortly. Welcome a couple more of our first time chatters. The next is we're posting like crazy. So if there's material that you're looking for to share, it's all up there. Helping us spread the love is super helpful. It's kind of crazy, actually. Even just getting that extra 20 likes on a post, I think is actually huge for breaking through the Instagram, TikTok, X algorithm. And so that's something we're trying to do internally as well. It's just trying to give ourselves a sort of like moving the ball forward. Oh, thank you for the bits, Asterisk Cal. Thank you so much. And Majestic Karen. Oh my god. Mercer with more bits, guys. I appreciate this, but you don't have to do this. And then the last and probably the most impactful, because this is, like some people might see an X post but not see an Instagram post. Some people might not be on social media on a given day. The Steam review is Turox, thank you for the bits. The Steam review is where every person who's gonna play the game is gonna go through that funnel. They go through Steam to actually go buy the game. Anyone who may never have heard about our game so far might see our game as we're scrolling through Steam, as they're getting it through their recommender, as they're getting an ad from Reddit or something. And then the first thing they're gonna do is they're going to be like, hey, how positive or negative is this game, right? And that's where the reviews are so helpful. I feel like that review score is the shorthand for like 90% of people, of just being like, oh, it's very positive. Cool. Like, I'm actually going to look at the trailer now. So please, if you can leave a review, that's the most helpful thing. Here is the big asterisk that I want to call out, which is, we have a bunch of contests. We've had a bunch of contests in the past about giving away copies of the game. We still have a couple going right now. Just so you know, if you received a free copy or if you buy it through another store like Green Man Gaming, who's our distribution partner, those reviews still show up on the Steam store, but they don't count toward the score. They don't count toward the thumbs up or thumbs down toward the percent. And that's a pretty critical part. So if you're really trying to make that review count, then buying a copy is the way to get that review score to work. So please go to Steam for that if you don't have a copy yet. And you'll also see a lot of our rewards for these different raffles and stuff, which you should also totally participate in. In our Discord right now, there's a way to enter this raffle to earn the chance to win a Steam gift card. The reason it's a Steam gift card is so that your review can still count. So that's some of the thinking on the background. I'm missing so many chats. Why don't I take a quick pause if we can go through some of the chats? I don't know if Steph or Mitch, you guys saw a couple while I was busy talking that you want to shout out. Like Winderil, Real Orchid, thank you so much for the hype. And Kaio Na Play, NA Play. So many first time chatters. Mia Deca as well. Did I miss any questions scrolling by, Steph and Mitch?
See any questions, but just a lot of good information. Like Steam reviews are really important.
Yes.
Please.
Really effing
We need it.
important.
Yeah.
I think a lot of our playtesters have been through playtesting for other communities as well. And so I feel like a bunch of them are also have been chiming in to be like, yo, Steam reviews is where it's at. I did see a question. Dracoji asks, has Voyagers of Nera a region lock like Russian player base? So we go with the Steam default, which I think does some of that mapping smartly on their own end. So whatever you've encountered for other games is what we're going to be going through, right? And Steam sort of has a default setup for that. Oh, welcome. We have people from Brazil as well. That's so cool. Melody Rose Games, the Founders Pack, that will technically have its own review page. So that will be different. Yeah. And we're starting to get a couple game questions. So Cillion, a first-time chatter, will there be some kind of end boss? Steph or Mitch, do you guys want to chime in since I'm talking so much?
Maybe Mitch?
End boss. There are challenges in the game, like awakening the elder spirit of each biome. We don't have like a definitive end boss. I think there's a lot we want to do with encounters, like with our constructs, with the spires, even with those like final count encounters. So I think there's probably still a lot of room to grow. But yeah, we don't have like a penultimate like end there because it's going to be a game that kind of lives and breathes. So I think we want to add as much as possible beyond even the fourth and fifth biomes. Like who knows? So maybe one day there will be a penultimate boss, but right now you're gonna kind of live in the world. Yeah.
Yeah. There are we sort of group our content by each of the biomes to explore, and so there are encounters and bosses within there, like mini bosses that you will fight to sort of achieve the goal of that biome, and then we hope to add more. Really quick, potato Elato, oh, that's awesome. Gave 5 community subs, thank you so much. And Dinaro X also subscribed, and System Relic gifted a sub. Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much. I saw a question that I definitely want to answer here. Lazy Ollie, is there a roadmap for Voyagers of Nera? There is. Mitch is currently making it pretty right now for us to post tomorrow. It'll be posted live with the like sort of a launch news post that is going to go up tomorrow morning. So if you want to see some of the stuff coming, we're going to talk about some of the stuff coming right away with like hot fixes and like a 2-week patch, and then also stuff for like, hey, what are we trying to land in our next big patch, which is going to land somewhere between February and the first couple months of 2026. We still have to figure that out. And then what is going to come beyond. And of course, also kind of a shout out of being like, yo, if there's other stuff you want to see, we want to hear that. Like that's kind of the point of early access. So like, where can you send us feedback? And we're kind of purposefully trying to leave ourselves some room to react to that. If there is like, oh, hey, the game really needs this feature. Oh, hey, this is causing me a lot of pain. We want to be able to react to that. Any shout out for that, Steph, in terms of where people should leave feedback?
Yeah. So we will have a survey linked in the actual game, but also I think the best place actually is our feature upvote board, which is not linked in the game actually. It probably should be. But we have a feature upvote board. If you search Voyagers of Nera feature upvote, or you look in our Discord, there's links to it there. Also, there was one good question actually I think I could answer that came up. Will we be able to carry over our playtest data into the early access, or do we need to start over? You will need to start over. We are not allowing anyone to carry over playtest data over to the early access because, especially for people who have been playing a long time or have played on multiple versions, you're going to probably have bugs related to content that got added after a certain point that you don't have access to or other things like that. So we are going to have people, we don't offer like a data transfer by default for that reason.
Also, they're technically completely separate apps as well.
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
Um,
technically you could
right.
transfer the data yourself if you really wanted to, but you will have bugs, so I would
Yeah.
not recommend it.
Yeah. I mean, for people who, I see so many familiar names in this chat. You've been playtesting for a while. We've wiped save data a lot up until like what 6 or 8 weeks ago, explicitly
Yeah.
because we're like, this stuff's gonna change under the hood in a way that is like going to cause problems, and we kind of want to keep that freedom as long as we can. But now we're like, yeah, we need this ability. So older save data would create the weirdest issues that would also just be really difficult to sort of root cause. Oh my god, there's still more. Oh my god, someone's raiding. Oh,
Yeah.
BB Games, welcome. Thank you so much for the raid. That's awesome.
Also, one other question that came up,
Yeah.
it said it came back up a while ago on Steam discussion on the skiff being more solo player friendly to operate. Is there any progress made towards this? It depends a little bit on how long ago you looked, um, and it also depends on what you mean by more solo friendly to operate. Because there are a lot of suggestions, such as just make the controls easier or like more fluid, to all the way to have a pure solo boat control where you can operate everything on the boat from a single station. We're not currently planning to do a single station boat, and we haven't made any progress on something like that because we do really think that, especially because we want to add more gameplay and more reward to sailing a boat and seafaring generally, we haven't been like willing to pull that trigger a little bit because we think it kind of takes away from some of the things we want to do. We have done some improvements on actually like the responsiveness of the controls themselves and trying to like improve like how easy it is to get on and off a station. I think we still maybe have some work to do there. Um, and we are still open to the feedback, but we're kind of trying to like weigh how much of that is still coming in because there are even players that actually do like the boat, even as solo players right now. So I think we're still kind of like trying to figure out exactly what we want to do and how that lays up into our future plans for seafaring. Hopefully that's a sufficient answer. Let me know if not.
Yeah, please keep sending us feedback, right? It is quite split, but deep in the backlog, right? Where we're watching it, and I mean, there's a gazillion things in our sort of work backlog that we move up and down or add because of player feedback. Will playtesters or content creators have earlier access? Do we need to buy it when it releases? So we did have a wave of sort of earlier keys go out for some of the creator side of the house and press, but playtesters will need to buy the game when it's fully out, and unless you've won from some of the giveaways in the past, and that'll be available tomorrow at 6 a.m. Pacific. Okay, okay. I'm gonna keep moving. Please help me keep eyeballs on questions, by the way. I'm also so excited for tomorrow. Okay, so what happens tomorrow, 6 a.m. Pacific, 17 and a half hours from now? All right, this is probably all over our various posts. We have a couple of things happening. So, first, embargo lifts. You can do all of your posting. You can post your YouTube videos, your social media, press articles can go live. If anyone's planning on streaming right when it hits that moment, you are free and clear to do so. Thank you guys so much for respecting it. I think the embargo has actually been remarkably clean. So I really appreciate everyone sort of playing well with that, and please hold on to it for the last 17 and a half hours, because we're really trying to concentrate as much eyeballs in one go as we can. And it's totally fighting internet algorithms. That's the name of the game for us, right? Like, how do we punch through on X, on Twitch, on TikTok, on Steam? And we're just trying to get as many eyeballs together at the same time. So that's why the embargo is so helpful and so important for us. We're also going to be having a new sort of gameplay walkthrough video that's like 2.5 minutes long going live on YouTube at that time, and that's a bit more of like a hey, welcome, like here's the game, like here's like where we're hoping people will share their feedback type video that we made. That is a bit more of like a thorough look at all of the features of the game. Not going to be a surprise for any of our passionate playtesters, but if you're showing people the game, then we're going to have our pretty sweet 60-second, very tight trailer you've seen in the past that is on the front of our Steam page right now. And we'll also have the bit of the, hey, here's like how the game actually goes. Like, here's what you do in the game if you're trying to convince people to play. 9 p.m. from the Philippines. Hell yeah, that's so cool. It's so awesome how global it is. It's kind of insane. For a lot of the people who might be tuning in right away, one of the biggies that's going to be happening is our Twitch drops. So we have expanded this. Oh, let me try and get this over out of the chat. There we go. We've expanded this a bit from Next Fest. So we actually have 3 different rewards for Twitch drops. 2 of them are available to anybody. So we have the Twitch Monoflare and we have the Infused Stone Skimmer. It is a cosmetic, like sort of alternate skimmer skin that you can craft, and you can actually craft and drop them for other people if you want as well. And this Twitch drop campaign is going to be running for a month. So anyone streaming in the category can unlock these, right? Anyone can earn these rewards by watching anyone streaming in the category. Blink Blink, thank you so much for the bits. I don't know if that just popped up for me. Thank you so much. Pre-congrats on launch. Thank you. It's still sinking in, honestly, for us. Then we have something for our creator program, for trying to give a little bit more for some of the folks who've done all the extra work and been part of the creator program. Thank you guys so much for taking this time to really try and help us get the word out about our game. We want to try and give something a little extra to sort of give them a tool to offer something to their audiences as well, their communities as well. So we have a subscription reward for people in our creator program, including Blink Blink. So check out their channel, which is an infused stone glider. And so that's exclusive to that Twitch drop. All three of these are exclusive to Twitch drops. And the way you unlock them in game is that you unlock the base recipe. So it's not like you can suddenly access the skimmer from level 1. When you unlock the skimmer knowledge tree, people can now see an additional cosmetic version that you can craft and look doper than your friends. If you have any questions about these rewards, if you want to know how to connect them, you can actually go to the voyagersofnera.com site, and there is a dedicated page for Twitch drops, which is also where you connect your account with Twitch, which I think people have probably seen a lot if you've been in other Twitch drops. Ours functions just the same. Okie doke.
So there's been a lot of questions on a few categories that I want to hit before we keep going. A lot of questions about dedicated servers, how they're going to work, how hosting works. So I'll just kind of do a little TLDR on that. So for hosting, generally, when you are starting the game and you are heading to host a multiplayer server, you can invite anyone on Steam up to 10 people to your PC, like to play, but you do have to be online as the host for that server or that save, basically, to be available to play on. So that's kind of what we call like local hosting. So you as a player are hosting that game on your local machine, and it only exists as long as you're around. There is also dedicated servers, of which we have a dedicated server partner or set of partners. Our primary partner is XRealm, but we offer it through a few services like Gportal, Bisect, and Nitrado. And you can find those actually on the website as well. But you should be able to rent a dedicated server from one of our server partners, and they'll basically have it set up for you. And that means anyone could join and play anytime, and nobody has to be online all at the same time. And the kind of third category of hosting is if you have your own, say, like machine or virtual machine or something that you could host on, you can also actually just download the Voyagers of Nera dedicated server app and host it yourself. We believe, we're trying to actually test this now because we had some questions come up about this, but we believe you should be able to download that Voyagers of Nera dedicated server tool app for free, even if you don't own the base game. The download path is a little weird. We're learning through Steam. They don't like actually give you like an official store page for it, so you will probably have to do some like downloading via like a command line to get access to it. But you should be able to access it, load it up on your machine. It shouldn't require like an authentic like a login for Steam, so it should just be able to work without owning the base game or having to duplicate that on 2 Steam accounts or anything like that. So I hope that answers those questions. And another one that's come up a lot is price. People are asking about the price. What's the launch price? What's the price? So the base price of the game is $29.99 USD, and we will have a 20% discount at launch. So it will be $23.99 USD. This price will be priced per your region using the Steam regional pricing tool. So you can expect that it should cost the same amount that other Steam games probably in your region cost. And then the Founders Pack is an additional $19.99 on top of that. I think that's all the questions.
Thank you. So this is why we had Cherry made these graphics, is because it's like so common, you know. But you know, obviously once it's live, they'll just see it on the store page. But for now, okay. There are a couple other giveaways happening, right? And there are a couple Gleam links that Cherry can share. But we have a couple of awesome sort of trying to celebrate the launch as much as possible. Games for Waves have been just super supportive for a long time. They literally reached out to us because they're like, wow, it's a beautiful ocean game. and like it makes the ocean seem like cool and a nice place to be. And they're like an ocean conservation group, and we're like, that's so cool that you actually getting into like game space and you want to like push our game out. And so they've been super helpful. We're giving away a couple keys through with them, and then we're also doing our Steam gift card, a sort of Gleam giveaway through our own sort of Gleam campaign. As a reminder, we're doing a gift card instead of copies of the game so that your copy still, your review, if you write one, which please do, actually counts toward the review score. So that's the intent. Um, Lord Theron asks, how much content would you say is currently available as launch? So we have 3 biomes that are available today. Ballpark 30-ish hours of gameplay for I think a relatively seasoned survival crafting player. We've definitely seen people play a lot more, especially if they want to be completionists, especially if they get really into building, especially if they love exploration. So I think there's a pretty good chunk of content right now, and a lot of our long-term plan is to add more over early access, whether that's more content, expanding features, totally new features. A lot of the feedback that we're trying to get right now is trying to help us prioritize between those things, but we have a lot of stuff in the works. And you're actually going to see some of that in the roadmap tomorrow, which we're going to be sharing with you guys tomorrow at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m., I think is when the post actually goes live. So check out that. And then, yeah, please give us your thoughts. Um, we have a lot of super builders, by the way. If you haven't been to our Discord, you can see some of just like the dopest, coolest uses of our kit. And it is really impressive how people are sort of like maneuvering the Lego blocks. It's really, really cool. Let's see. Ba, ba, ba. Let's see. Is there any other wood besides the yellowish one showed at vids? Is that building style? I think that might be a
Uh,
question about the building style.
Maybe the
We
I'm
have a
not
buff.
sure. Maybe like tree types. But yeah, I guess each biome has its own like unique like tree like resource, and also even for ones that drop basic wood too, we do kind of like re-theme them a little bit so they fit the new environments. So if it's about that, yeah, you should expect if you go to different biomes that you'll experience lots of different types of like new environments and resource decorations and stuff. If it's for building kits specifically, there are a few building styles that are available, but you'll kind of unlock them as you progress through the game.
TGF Tavern asks, will you be opening the content creator applications again? Probably not for early access, but in the future for future updates, certainly we're going to be in other windows where we're like got a ton of new content going out, a sale coming out for the game, where we're going to be in the similar spot where it's just like, hey, we really want to show off the game with people who are really passionate and excited to share the game. So I think absolutely in the future. Yeah. Shall we continue on? Oh, the last thing I just want to say before we switch over to the AMA is really just around a thank you. So this was sort of our I'll leave it on this as sort of our imminent news panel. Just want to take a little moment to say thank you directly, right? This is why we wanted to have a stream today, is really just to be like, thank you guys so much for being part of this journey. We've been at this a long time. Treehouse started in 2020. Mitch started working at Treehouse. We started together before the company was even formed. It was like us sitting around like my kitchen table, or actually then my kitchen flooded. So then we were working out of my hotel room for a while, brainstorming different game concepts. Steph joined like in 2021. So it wasn't even that much longer. So it's been like a whole pandemic plus several years since we started Treehouse. And we've been through a lot of different iterations of the game, but it really, really, really felt like things started to click when we started playtesting and we started exposing more of the game and we started actually getting people's eyeballs on it to tell us when something was getting really cool or when something sucked and needed more work. And a lot of the folks here have been a huge part of that. We started our first playtest in earnest, I think, in April and May of last year of 2024. And you guys have had your fingerprints all over the game. There are so many survey responses we could go back to last summer and see some of the same names here giving us deep and thoughtful feedback that we needed so badly during that time. And I think for us, it's been a lot of learning and growing of being like, oh man, like this is like kind of the game being live already. But it was very much with the idea of being like, dude, like that's going to be the test when we actually get to live is like, will these people like it? So why wait until that moment to hear it? And I think we felt really like gratified, felt really like we've made the right decision to share the game in that way because of you guys and because of the response that you've given us and the hype and the fuel that you've handed us throughout this whole period, even when we're underwater with work, even when we're drowning in bugs, even when we're like, oh my God, like we just shipped this thing and then this next deadline is right there. You guys have given us energy and direction to keep building. And now we're finally at this launch moment. And we're very excited to be sharing it with you guys. If you guys haven't seen, we actually have some lovely credits where all of you folks who have filled out the survey, we've put your name in there. So when you launch, please look at the little credit symbol in the game to see some of that shout out and the thing that we really wanted to do to just say thank you. So really appreciate guys, appreciate the crap out of you guys. It has been so uh, meaningful for us to actually see people enjoying the game and to feel like we have sort of folks in our corner when we're sort of like we feel like we're walking out into the wilderness with like our spear, to have folks sort of behind us helping the game get the word out. So thank you guys so much for all the support. It really means so much, and we hope with tomorrow it'll be a lot of new faces coming in, and then we can't wait to do it all over again with uh, new opinions, new content to add, new biomes, new enemies, lots of new stuff that we want to add. So thank you guys so much. Anything you guys want to add?
Mitch, you can go first.
Sorry, I have a conflicting. Hopefully, there's no background noise. um, yes, no, it's incredible to see just all of the like interactions on Discord, ideas, feedback, all of the above. So I am very excited to see how it's received tomorrow, and hopefully we can keep improving. Whatever it is that the community is kind of like interested in, seeing improvements on, or any even like who knows what kind of new ideas kind of get sparked out there. I think it's both exciting, scary, all of the above. Just to who knows what's going to happen, but also just excited to see people play it and see what they think. But yeah, that's it for me. But
Yeah, I think yeah, it does feel like basically like a kind of like long-term reward paying off or something like that. I don't know how to describe it. Like we've been kind of like in this like hunkered down mode, it feels like for so long, trying to
yeah,
like work on the game and build it up over time and build up bit over bit, and we've obviously kind of like had some missteps along the way too, like we've broken the build, or like we've removed things and caused a lot of issues, or added things that caused a lot of issues, and added a lot of things that delighted people. It's like been kind of like just really cool to like develop the game and really see how people are like how they're reacting to it, how our perspectives differ from players too, because we're kind of, we know things about the game that we like can't unknow. And so like it's actually a really interesting and different experience to like be putting the game out in front of people over and over again. And I think that like we couldn't have done this without you guys basically. I think the game would like not be what it is today without the consistent like feedback and input and testing. Even outside of like feedback, even just like raw bug coverage, like we couldn't have gotten as much coverage as we did just as our small team. So we really appreciate everybody's input and hard work and dedication. And and care. It's just like it's really cool that people care this much about something that we're making, and even sometimes care about us too. You know, it's like really awesome to be like
Yeah.
part of such like a really cool, welcoming, like supportive community. So thanks everybody.
Um, Thank you so much, Def Peanut, for the gift subs as well. And thank you so many folks who've just followed in the last 2 minutes. Just to add on to what Steph said, like our team is a AAA and indie mix, right? That was actually kind of an intentional choice on our front that has not always been easy, but has given us sort of like this wide spread of perspectives. But not all of us have sort of like developed out in the open before, right? A few of us have worked on like some games where I think that's quite common, like Destiny 2 or League of Legends for some of us, like Teamfight Tactics. But in all of those cases, a Battlefield, in all of those cases, it's just like, oh my God, our community is so nice. Like our community is so kind and supportive as opposed to like angry and upset. And we're like, man, is this what like developing in the open can feel like instead of like, angry messages and like death threats? It's like so warm and pleasant. And even when it's like, oh my God, this like you broke this and like this really sucks now. Like, oh, the balance for this really hurts, it's still given with such care for the game and such understanding. And it's really, really cool to see and be part of that community, to have helped build that community with all of you guys. So that's really special for us. And I'm excited to see that grow and sort of into its next phase. Um, well, that's it for the content. We wanted to save a little time. I know we were going through it sort of in real time, but if you have questions about the game, right? We got Mitch, who's thinking about a lot of the longer term of the game, on top of like how the world and sort of like the vibe and some of the art direction of the game has sort of evolved to this point. We have Steph here, who knows about every development challenge that we have overcome and are still going to have to deal with. So if you guys have any questions, please let us know.
That's a good one about were there any low points and what got you through them is an
Oh,
interesting
wow.
one. That one's an interesting one because I'm like like throughout the course of game development, you start with, like Michael said, years ago, the game was very different. And I think you pivot, you learn, just like now we're going to be learning more. And, I don't think there'd be as many dramatic pivots, but I mean, hopefully not. But like, you learn and you adapt and you kind of like change it. And I think this is another iteration of the game. So I think like those are the hardest parts, right? It's like, here's a thing we thought had promise and it changes, and then you kind of adapt when you maybe learn some new information that you're like, actually, maybe we should change this and revisit this. So, even on my end, it's like, when the game direction changes, so can the art direction. And so there's like a lot of things that kind of get bundled up into that. So
Yeah.
I think that's just kind of like how it works. And those are the toughest things, but is all normal. So I don't know if you guys answered
Steph, you want to
their
chime in
big
on that one?
question. Yeah.
Before I also wanted to say something.
I want to think about my answer longer. You go.
Okay. There's some specific ones that are just like a huge amount of like churn for the team, right? Like some big decisions that often it's like a huge challenge to build alignment, and then you try and like run with that alignment as far as possible, and a big change like removes alignment until you can rebuild it again. One of the ones that I know like threw our whole team for a big loop, and I think Mitch in particular suffered from, was moving from a top down more 2D-ish game to this third person game, which like changes literally every like art asset and every like artistic decision was made with that expectation. So you can imagine how crazy an undertaking that was. It's something that we're still like, oh my God, like making this whole new character is like, a lot more work than it would have been if we stuck with that. But it also had some really explicit, like kind of purposeful reasons why we did that. And so, you just take those on the chin sort of as you keep going through development. And then development's just so not a straightforward line, right? And I think we've all seen just the game industry news where it's just like left and right challenges and hurdles and studio closures and games getting canceled. And it's like, that's just reality. That's just game dev.
Excited to like post some of it. Like, I mean, it's kind of weird to post, but it's also like once the game's live, it's a lot easier to like here's all the different iterations. We
Yeah.
had like,
The
I
before
mean,
and
top.
after is like
Yeah,
insane.
I mean the top-down characters with like kind of the big head, small bodies. It was more like overcookedy kind of, but it changes and you adapt accordingly. So it's kind of the fun part about art, though. I think. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's probably interesting to think about. There's been a lot of things that have happened over like the timeline of the company, and I think actually one of my what I would say was like one of like the lowest or scariest moments was also one that actually ended up having like a really high payoff, which is kind of nice. Um, which was at least for me too, specifically in like I guess my role and responsibility and like what I feel accountable for was when we were about to release our original demo, in I guess like the winter of some year, who knows, 500 years ago,
That was last year.
approximately. Yeah, but yeah, same thing.
500 years ago, yeah.
Yeah. And that was our first kind of like real public release, and we I think pretty much had our backs up against the wall, I would say. We were like working a lot of hours and really trying to pull this thing through. And we had done a lot of pre-work, I think pretty smartly to like lead up to that point, but we kind of hit a point where we were just behind our deadline and like we weren't able to hit the goals that we wanted and get a good demo out at that window, but we really needed to. We felt, especially at that moment in the company, it was like a really make or break moment for us in terms of like understanding like, is this game going to have legs? And so, uh, because my role is like a producer and I'm like handling like when we're going to be hitting things and trying to like keep a good balance of like, are we doing enough? Are we pushing hard enough? Or are we not pushing too hard and like burning people out? Those are all the kinds of things that are wrapped up in what I do. I felt really bad that we got to a point where we, were so backed up against the wall. It's like, okay, cool. This is like obviously an example of like clearly something has gone wrong in how we were working, and I need to like fix that. But also, I think it was also like a really cool rallying moment for the team where people came together in a way that they hadn't for a long time too, to like really push to like make the build better, ask really smart questions. Some of the like features that like you would guess were in the game for a long time but really weren't, like our underwater ruins and stuff, actually came out of that period of like looking at the demo and being like, it's not enough, we really got to add something that's going to give it some like punch. So it's kind of really cool on the flip side, and I feel like that's kind of what dragged me through, is like, oh, seeing this like ability for the team to like really rally and to hit a really cool ambitious goal like that, and for the reception to have gone like way better than we expected, honestly. So that's my answer, I think.
Really quick, I gotta thank Easy Border for
Oh
raiding
my
us
god.
with a
Thank you for the
massive
raid.
raid. Thank you so much.
Oh man, all these people just hear me gab about my emotions.
So
Even
vulnerable.
more people.
For anyone joining the chat right now, we are some of the developers on from Treehouse working on this game called Voyagers of Nera. Voyagers of Nera is an ocean survival crafting game that's co-op for up to 10 players. We launch into early access tomorrow. So this is sort of our home stretch, our final sort of like, hey, what questions do people have? And just like thanking people for all of their support to this point, because there's been so much feedback and so much support. And we were just sharing a couple things like, hey, here's what the sales price for the game is. Yo, please help us shill to your friends and leave a review, that kind of stuff. So thank you guys so much for coming in, and excited for you guys to learn more about the game very soon. But our store page is up, our Steam page is up if you want to see more now. And I saw a couple other questions. Wildcat, wanting to implement console into this game. Do you think console will be installed in the EA period? So still TBD, but getting to console is a pretty big undertaking. So I'd probably separately be like, can we time 1.0 and consoles together? Because that's probably the best way to get the biggest spike together. And because consoles will take some time, there's a lot of other content we're going to be adding at the same time. So still TBD in terms of the exact timing and like sales wise, what that's going to look like. But will we put the game on sale again in the future? Totally, right? I think that's just sort of Steam best practice. Um, let's see what other questions we got. Ba, 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 ba.
I don't know if we already said the exact time, but some requests in chat were to recap the exact release time.
Ho 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 ho.
Well, crap. Where's
There's
that
graphic for
post?
that somewhere.
There's a graphic somewhere.
Oh, did we have a graphic?
You.
There's one that lists a few
Oh,
regions, yeah. I'll find
wait. It
it.
was in our. Is it our
Oh, thank
Slack?
you. If you could paste that into here, that'd be lovely. We're everything's moving fast. Here.
See if we can find it.
Game is live. 6 a.m. PT. That's 9 p.m. ET. That's 3 p.m. CST. CST, I believe. What else
Where's
we got?
this mirror?
Here.
Where's this mirror board?
Yeah, I have the
Oh, you
graphic, but I
got
don't
it.
know where the mirror is.
Oh, if you just look at reset, it's under the dev streams folder. You
Ah,
can post it right here into the top. We can have a pretty graphic about it.
it's a great graphic.
And there will be Twitch drops and stuff. Okay. EA periods are hard to predict, that's for sure. I love the third person. Oh, that it is third person. I was like, which one of us is the third person? Love the art style of the game. That is a compliment that Mitch is here to receive. Can you tease us about the fire spirit if possible? We cannot yet, I don't think. No, unless there's anything that you're trying to share right now, Mitch.
I don't have anything to share right now, but it's
We
gonna
could
be
save it
part
for
of our
tomorrow. Let's save it for
correspondence.
tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll
We
be
could save it for
cool.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Also with the roadmap, because I think that'll make sense to go together because it'll have some info about when that'll hopefully be in front of players. Yes, 10 players max. Thank you guys so much for answering the questions. I'm like, yes, our
Yeah,
FAQs and stuff have made it out there.
I still need to do a concept for it, so that's the funny part.
I see. Oh,
I know,
thank
it's
you.
like bold of you to assume we know.
I know exactly what I want it to be, but I just need to draw it. Is the problem?
Yes, Mitch does like 99% of the concepts for the game. BT dubs.
Really,
Have you guys
Go
been
part
getting sleep?
Dardo. Oh, it's been fantastic.
No.
I haven't been getting no sleep actually, which is kind of better than I expected, honestly. Let's see. Oh my gosh, this is still all questions
It's
from
a lot of
before the
things though,
raid.
right? It's nerves. It's also excitement. Also a lot to do. So there's like a lot in there.
Holy raiders! Oh my god, I'm just
like
going through all the
sleepers.
raiding messages now. Easy border, thank you so much. Like I'm so far back in the questions. Oh my gosh. Hype. Michael's pitch. Oh, not my voice. Put some clothes on. Like hell I will. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Is networking similar to most games? Server manages the network. Any question we want sort of field on that one?
I mean, yeah, it is standard to most games. Yeah, so the server, and in this case, the server is the person who runs the save file, or the dedicated server that you um, rent is, kind of like the main controller for many gameplay actions. We do have a little bit of like, I mean, also other games do this though. There's like some balance of like client predictive actions and server authoritative actions. But yeah, I don't think you should expect anything super different in terms of like networking functionality. We're not like a fighting game. We don't have like rollback connect code or anything like that.
If we're gonna be picky, it's still daylight. Okay, yeah, sorry about that. This graphic is hopefully better. I'm mega hyped. Thank you guys. Whew, man.
That might come.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Okay, I
someone asked, do
finally
you
caught
feel
up on
prepared for the
messages.
negative reviews that might come?
Sorry, what's that?
Someone asked, do you feel prepared for the negative reviews that might come?
We're not gonna get a single negative review. I'm calling it right here.
I think, well, you have to be, right? I think that's kind of the part of why, you go into early access. I'm sure you both have more to add, but it's like you want to get feedback early because 1.0 is more of the like end goal, if you have the luxury of going that far, and early access is a great opportunity to get a lot of early feedback and pivot and add stuff that everyone wants and shape it into something that everyone wants, right? So, um,
I
but
feel like, it's only natural to get negative reviews. We're, I think, as braced for it as we can be. Internally, we've even sort of like done some time to sort of gather our thoughts about like, hey, what issues might we hear about? Like, what can we share about each of those things? And for sure, I think like we have all been familiar with, like, as players too, just like there's a very negative side of the internet where it's like, oh, my way of communicating is to just be like, hey, like, what's the thing I dislike, and how do I really like put it to them that this made me unhappy. And I think that's unfortunate, but I think that's just the reality. And really, more than anything, we hope to achieve a couple things, which is like, you know, all the folks who have been supporting us so far, hoping that we can sort of communicate to you guys like the review is the most helpful thing for us, and we don't want you guys to like lie or go against what you feel in your heart. So really, we just want you guys to review. And if you're ultimately like, look, for this issue, I'm gonna give it a negative review. Like, we get it. Like, that is a form of feedback that we value very highly. But if it is positive, then hopefully we can sort of counterbalance some of the folks who are going to be spicier and stay on the good side of Steam's algorithm, which is very helpful for us as a developer. Um, but the second thing is really, you know, hoping that some of the way we've been communicating and trying to be as open as we can, I think that has become a bigger and bigger sort of like gut check for people, which is, hey, like, is this early access game like from a developer who even wants to hear like any negative thing, or are they just gonna put their head in the sand, blah blah blah? And I think a lot of the way we've been playtesting has been like, no, dude, seriously, like, please give us the feedback. So hopefully some of that communication will let people be like, cool, I like the core of what's here, and I'm hopeful for what happens next. And that's something we're trying to expose to people as much as we can. If you guys are taking screenshots and you want to post them on the screenshot part of our community hub, that might be really helpful. Just so if people are clicking around, they can be like, oh, there are screenshots of the game. Oh, actually, there are dev blogs and patch notes that go back like over a year at this point. And hopefully that will help people be like, oh, okay, like if I give them like a little time to fix it, then this is a developer that will actually like try and make good use of my feedback. Like, that's really some of the stuff that is sort of more in our control, that we're trying to put out there as much as we can.
I'm
Um,
hoping you hope for the best, but it's like constructive feedback, I think, is what we
yeah.
all want. It's the not like, hey, this game is trash or whatever. It's like, why do you think that? And that actually helps us a lot, right? We can be like,
Yeah.
okay, maybe there's some like actionable stuff in
Yeah.
here, versus just, yeah,
Which was
we can't action on any of that, right? So,
part of why playtest was so awesome, right? And we were like, yo, we really want this kind of perspective. And people were able to give us such specific stuff of like, hey, I see that your system is like this one. I really like
mhm.
that. This one, like this take on building, what feels like an upgrade that actually matters to me. That's really cool. Oh, hey, this other system from this other game is way better than yours. Here's why. And it was just like so nuanced. It's like a mirror of a lot of conversations we have on the team too. And that's just like so insanely helpful for us. Um, can we unstuck a boat? I'm afraid not yet. Just got to do your best wiggle for the time being. Um, Legendary Smoky, Slophius, welcome, welcome.
It's unfortunate timing because we do have to start wrapping up the stream.
Oh gosh, yes, it's already 107. I'm sorry, we've already gone way over.
Oh, are we supposed to
Tomorrow.
do a giveaway still?
Oh my god, we're supposed to do a giveaway. I'm so sorry, Cheery, I forgot.
No, you didn't. You didn't end it yet, so you didn't forget yet.
Okay, wait, how do you set it up?
There's a website, like a wheel spinny, or Cheery would know, I guess. Did she maybe already set it up?
Is someone hitting on Cheery in our chat? Don't be weird, y'all. uh, this is the game on streams is amazing. Yeah, be cool, everybody. Be cool, normal people. Don't be hitting on our employees.
Only
Okay.
Michael, actually. You can hit on Michael.
No, Fan has already objectified me. Or Fan's chat rather.
So funny.
So funny.
Cherry sent you a link.
Oh, she sent me a link. Oh, oh,
Hmm.
oh, 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 thank you. Just scroll down, dude. Cheery and I trade like hundreds of messages a day at this point. It's taking me so long to scroll down to the bottom. Oh, okay. A Twitch giveaway picker. Is this right? Connect with Twitch. Oh dear God, are you connected, Steph?
Let me click the link, but yeah, I think I should be.
Do you mind being
Yeah.
giveaway extraordinaire, and I will switch over to watching your Discord stream, perhaps?
Let's see.
Catbox, Travnik, Terrell, thank you for the follows. Thank you, Legendary Smokey. Alramas, thank you for the bits. I missed that 8 minutes ago.
How many winners are we gonna have today?
I think it
Was just
was.
one?
I think we're doing 3 for some Steam gift cards. Is that what we had talked about, Cherry? Well, I've said 3 now. Let's do 3.
Let's see. Okay.
While we're getting this set up, got one more reminder for everybody here that I want everyone to know about because we put it in Discord, but it's so easy to miss. We are going to be turning off access to the alpha playtest app, Voyagers, this evening. We're going to be turning it off at 5 p.m. Pacific. So just so you know, we want everybody to be migrating on over to the Voyagers of Nera app. It's also kind of weird to have like the sort of split one. We are going to still do beta testing in the future, but it's going to be under a different format. So those Discord channels, if you're part of that, are not going away. We are putting a freeze on it for the time being. So all the chatter happens in the Voyagers of Nera chat. And then when we migrate to our next sort of playtest structure, we're going to be reutilizing some of those channels and stuff like that to keep that great discussion going. But just want everyone to know we're going to be turning off the Voyagers access this evening. So yeah, if you need to take some screenshots and stuff, take some footage of your awesome builds, definitely take those things. Okay.
I think I started the giveaway. I'm gonna share my screen.
Oh, great.
Oh, wait. It says that people have already entered, but that can't be right. I feel like it always does this though, where this view panel bugs out.
Thank you for the
We
sub,
had this happen
Necro.
last time. So despite if your name is on this panel or not, I think you still have to actually make sure that you send the message because I think this visual is bugged.
Did you share
I'm sharing a Discord.
You
Yeah.
are?
Yes.
Oh. Can I not watch your the notification did pause. Okay, here. Let me go over here.
I'm doing all that I can, Michael.
I believe you. There we go.
Yeah, you'll see this deceptive middle panel, which I think is just some caching from previous events for some reason. But you can see we have current entries, no, 0. So if you do exclamation mark early access in the chat to enter, I think you can enter now.
Cheery, why did Cheery entered?
Yeah.
What?
She's testing. If Cheery wins, so that'll be really funny. Oh yeah, you can see on the left-hand side is the truth. I don't know why it's weird.
Oh, let me turn off the face cams now. There we go. So now you can see tiny Steph and Mitch again. Holy entries. My God.
I know we need like a
Oh snap, we have 182 viewers right now. That's crazy.
I know, it's crazy.
What the F?
I hope that comes through on the stream.
I'm sure it does. It has my desktop audio.
Yes. That's our music for the countdown,
I'm watching the Twitch stream on like it's an extreme delay, but I am watching it.
You're gonna get us DMCA'd.
Will that really happen? Can that happen?
I don't
guess it could
know. I
happen.
feel like that's just rude. You could just sing it. Just sing it.
Does it have a certain like length? Maybe I don't know.
Okay, we're gonna give it one more minute. Oh my gosh, so many first-time chatters. This is insane. This is like twice as big as our biggest ever stream. Thank you guys so much for the raids as well. Wild. 190 entries. Holy crap.
Well, I think no. This is a fake number on the right-hand side.
Oh, is it? Because we have 194 chatters.
Yeah, that's the left-hand
Just
side
jump
is
up
the
again.
right one.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's the correct one.
Cheery entered as herself and Voyagers of Nera. What is this fraud?
Oh no, I really hope it doesn't pick.
That's so funny. I mean, we could just repick. Pizza party, she says.
Gotta do something bigger if she gets picked.
Okay, I do think it's slowing down. Maybe the
Okay.
count. So
All right.
maybe we can.
We're gonna do a countdown. 10,
Yeah.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go. Let's pick them.
And oh, I forgot it does a countdown. Get trolled.
Another countdown.
Mari-chan Gamer.
Hell yeah.
Woohoo!
Congratulations for the Steam gift card. Please contact Cheery through our Discord if you are unable to get a hold of each other right now. Congratulations. There's a pretty cool game that's coming out tomorrow that's not even going to cost 30 USD. So perfect.
Yeah, like $7 whole left.
Yeah.
What a value.
All right. Shall we pick another?
Oh, are we doing more than one?
Yeah, I thought we were doing 3.
Oh shit. I could have set it up to do it.
Well, no, this is for the the suspense.
We're gonna have to make people re-enter.
What, really?
Yeah, I think. I don't think I could just hit get winners again. Maybe I can hit reset winners. Oh god.
Oh, hey,
I hit a
no, okay,
button.
no, yeah, there we go.
Just have to hope it picks 3 unique people.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
And Tenorio.
I don't know which of these buttons. Was it this one or this one?
You hit reset and it worked.
I hit both.
Congratulations.
Oh, it's just get winners again.
Okay, and then we got one more.
Lanuba!
Oh, Lanuba. See, this is okay. We're giving you Steam gift cards. You're giving us subs. The real winners are Twitch and Valve. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations. Thank you guys so
This
much
tool
for the
is scary.
support.
I don't
Congratulations
like this
to you all. Let's do this again with some more giveaways, because why not? Tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific, the same time that we started this stream today, where we're going to do maybe a little bit of a shorter stream because there's going to be so much going on, but we're going to be looking at launch together a little bit and pulling up the roadmap and talking about some of the other stuff that's happening. So thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you again for all of the help and the feedback over these last years at this point. Please, if you have a moment, take the time to share with your friends, like and reshare some of those posts, and a review tomorrow would go so far. So thank you guys so much. We're so excited to be doing this together. 16.8 hours left, and then we're gonna be live. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for the sub, Chibi Bree. And then we're gonna let you take it away, Cheery, for our part of the raid. If you can take us to one lucky raid recipient. But surely that won't be a Voyagers of Nera player, because we're still under embargo until we're live. Thank you guys. Thank you. Yes, thank you all the chatters.
Appreciate it.
I don't know, Cheery, who to raid.
Oh no. Sure.
Do you know any? Is there any survival crafting player that you've been trying to get a hold of, and we can use this as? Oh, okay, no, this is some real CEO brain shit. We're gonna raid them to be like, whoa, we're getting a raid from Voyagers of Nera. Wait a second, did I get an email about playing that game tomorrow?
Fantastic.
This is your chance. We have a
I've been spotted.
190 viewer shaped bullet that we can take to this right now. Oh my god. You guys would not believe the raw number of emails that Cheery has been sending over the last week. It's insane.
I think I would believe anything,
this
actually,
this is just
in regards to that. Yeah.
is Meepy streaming right now? Oh, that'd be so fun. Wait, is Meepy really streaming right now? Because that would be great. Oh wait, but doesn't he stream on YouTube? Yeah, he's not live right now. I don't think Meepy is live right now, unfortunately. If he is, then please go ahead. But I'm gonna leave this to you. Yeah, he's only on YouTube right now. So let's send them over to let's guilt trip. Let's guilt trip a potential new Voyagers of Nera fan. So funny. Also, Mara, I saw that you were taking tomorrow off. Thank you for that truly excessive show of passion. Thank you. A lot of Rex for Bald Zebra too as a backup. Um
Fantastic.
oh, I think it's happening. I think it's happening. Is it happening? There we go.
Happening?
Hollyberry.
Bye all. It's
Bye,
gonna cut
everybody.
over any second.
Any second now.
Any second now. Uh
Raid phantom. Oh,
oh, that would have
raid
been fun.
now.
Is it happening?
There
Yeah.
we go.
I think it happened.
Look at us.
There we go.
Doing
Oh my
Hey.
god, I can't.
awakening.
Okay, I'm hella
Awesome.
late for a meeting. Okay,
All
bye.
right, bye.
Yes,
Thank you.
all right. Bye.